All right, compound probability. We did pretty well with simple probability. This is the 8th grade version of it, just a little bit more difficult. Now we're looking for the probabilities of more than one thing. Simple probability, just the output or the probability for one event. Now we're going to be seeing more than one. So first, of course, we've got some vocabulary. Remember, probability is the chance of something happening. The way that we calculate probability is the number of ways it occurs over the possible outcomes. Way that I was explaining it to my students was the numbers we want over top of the total numbers. The compound probability is the chance of, like I said, multiple things happening. Before, just what's the probability of rolling a 6 on a dice? What's the probability of flipping heads on a coin? Now I want more than one thing. So what's the probability of me flipping tails on a coin and rolling a 2 on a dice? I need the probability of both of those things, and I have to combine them together. Independent events are probabilities that do not affect each other. Not quite sure why I had the word on in there. Maybe I had a different word. But independent events are probabilities that do not affect each other. So for example, if we see over here on the right side, if we have that independent event, that means that whatever we did, either they're two completely separate things, or we said they were replaced, or we see they were replaced. So this example here, we have those two sets of jelly beans in bags. We have those two different jelly beans in bags. So in this first one, that first bag, I see that there are 10 total jelly beans, 3 of them are green. So right now, my probability to pull out a green one would be 3 out of 10. On the second trial, I put it back. There's still 10 jelly beans in there. There's still 3 green jelly beans. That's independent. I replaced the jelly bean that I took out. Or independent could also be like if you have a spinner and a dice. My spinner, whatever number I get there, it doesn't change what number I'm going to roll on the dice. Those are two completely separate things. Dependent events, however, the probability of the second event is affected affected by what happens in the first event. So again, if we come down here and take a look at the bottom right now, looking at the bottom right with those with that dependent event, the jelly bean is not replaced. The jelly bean is not replaced. So in the first trial, there's still 10 jelly beans in the bag. 3 of them are green, but I pulled one of the green ones out and I did not put it back for the second trial. Now, if I try to get another green jelly bean the second time, there's only 2 left because I took that one out. I ate it. I'm not going to put a jelly bean back. I'm going to eat that thing. Now there's only 2 green jelly beans and a total of 9. I have to subtract 1 from the total because I ate it and subtract 1 from the green because I pulled out a green jelly bean. So that dependent, the second trial is changed because of the first. Independent, they are the same numbers both times. And the dependent, they're going to change a little bit. If you have any questions on this vocab, let us know. Otherwise, you can go ahead and move on to the next slide where we go over solving compound probability with sample spaces.